in order to allow Pakistanis to use cost-effective H-steel. This simple steel plant is going to produce it by itself. Although the equipment they use is obsolete, the quality of the final product is still relatively high. Before, this pile was full because the size of the steel piece is still relatively long. The masters still need to perform detailed cutting because the diameter of the steel piece is relatively large. In order to improve the cutting efficiency, the master simply cuts a gap at the head. It is a hole, so they need to use the air adjustment to assist. Through this large roller, the steel piece is smashed into two sections. In order to shape the steel piece into a steel piece, it needs to be heated. With the assistance of the air adjustment, the steel pieces have been quickly transported to the heating furnace. With the conveyor belt, some steel pieces will be heated to bright red very quickly. In order to shape it into a standard shape, the pieces will be shaped multiple times by the cold blasting machine. During this shaping process, use the roller to press back and forth to shape the shape carefully. After multiple suspensions in the first process, although its shape has changed significantly, it has not yet reached the standard. The steel piece will be transferred to the next processing process. The process is still being shaped by rollers many times. After multiple shaping processes by gates of different models, the overall length of the piece has increased several times, and the overall shape has gradually shaped into a standard arc. Although the equipment in this workshop has been eliminated, the degree of automation is still relatively high. There is no need for these workers in stripped clothes to manually place the steel pieces. They only need to provide simple guidance. The steel pieces heated to bright red have been processed to the standard shape after multiple shaping processes. It can be seen that the length of these H-steels is still relatively long. In order to facilitate subsequent transportation, the grade gradually cools down. The masters still need to use the cutting machine for detailed cutting. They use a total of detailed cutting, although the processing equipment they use is relatively simple. The final processed H-steel still looks good. This kind of H-steel has a very high cost performance. The newly processed ones will be installed on the tractor by the masters and then distributed by the store. After watching the entire production process, what do you think of the production process of this factory? If there is a score of 10, how many points are you willing to give?